So here's what I want to leave you guys with. Little bit of, let's see, how much time do I have?
Okay, wait, we have 2 minutes till raffle split.
Perfect, we have 2 minutes.
We
You guys have
have
tickets?
tickets, come see Sarah.
Sweet. So, this is how it started. I was horse crazy and started training cats. So, I wanted a dog. My parents said, you know what, at 9, seems like a good time to get you a dog. They gave me just a dog. They got me this dog. His name was Sandy. I was told that he was like Lady from Lady and the Tramp. And I was like, oh, he's going to be so wonderful. He was the devil, and I loved him for it. He had rage syndrome, very common in Cocker Spaniels, had epilepsy, so if horses trotted down the street, he would just have an epileptic seizure. My parents were telling the story earlier about when they tried to take him to the groomer, and the second groomer they took him to, because the first one wouldn't touch him, brought him out on a 10-foot pole, literally, and said, you can't do this. He was the best dog ever. He really was. He taught me a lot about dog training and how to do stuff. And because of the person I am, I obviously, a little bit type A, little bit of into, maybe a little bit of masochism, because we keep coming back to more. I was like, I'm going to do this full time someday. So that's me in my 20s with my second fancy show dog, that's Kendrick, saying, you know what I want to do? Someday, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to lead a secure career and go to dog sports full time. And you know what I really want to do? I want to go to Westminster Kennel Club in New York City. That would be amazing. And you know what I'd really like to do someday? I'd like to go compete at crafts. Because of the person I am, we did both of these this year. But I got to do this with Linda, Clooney's mom. In fact, that's Wager. We share her, the Black Lab. And I got to go with another really good friend of ours to the UK. Now, did you survive, Linda?
Yes.
How often were your eyes open in New York?
They were probably closed or they were open.
So Linda learned really fast that I adapt to local driving conditions. So you put me in New York City on Long Island, and I suddenly sound like I was born there. And I'm like, close your eye, right? Driving into traffic. It's a good time. So, for all of you guys, if you have pets, doesn't matter if you do sports, you love them, right? You want to do everything you can for them. So with these guys, these are, yeah, they're dogs I compete with, but these are like my best friends. Obviously, I spend a ridiculous amount of time with them doing really weird stuff. Really, we look very strange doing dog sports. If I told you today that we hit rats for the dogs to find, but the dogs can't eat the rats because those rats are well-trained pets, would you believe me? Because people pay us to do that. Also, we do this thing where we hide things that we quote unquote lost. And we send lots of people to win. Now, how much money do you think we win doing dog shows? I'm going to tell you, it's really earth-shattering. None. Okay? We do this because we're crazy and we love our dogs. So if you know a young junior handler in your life that wants a dog, get it a feral Cocker Spaniel. This is probably how it's going to end up. So my final thought for you guys is, strive to live the kind of life where your friends read bingo cards whenever you travel somewhere. You would think this is a one-time thing. Carrie sent me 6 different bingo cards for different trips. These are all this year. Yeah, from this year. For example, the bolt cutters. This is a legitimate thing. I actually found the Facebook post today that had to do with why I needed bolt cutters. It was not pretty. Let's see, what else do we have on here? Broken leg, yeah, that's happened. I broke my foot. Oh, there's a tornado crossing.
Car on fire.
Oh yeah, the car on fire. We actually have a running joke when I drive places. The number of cars I see on fire is ridiculous. Then we have the hurricane here, road closed. Yeah, these are all very realistic things. There we go for my sheriff friends. Detour, oh. Okay, I have one last story for you because, well, it's short and it's hilarious. So last year, Linda and I were in a car. We're driving to New Mexico. And we have this route. We're going to follow this route together. We were driving with another friend who was driving her own car. She has her own GPS. And we both come into this town. And we both make this left turn. But then my GPS all of a sudden says, make a U-turn. And I go, okay, my GPS is never steered me wrong. Like into that field in Utah. So there we go. And it's like two hours later, we haven't heard from Tony for a while. And we're trying to get hold of her. We're like, hey, Tony, we don't see your car. Like, where are you? Like, we thought we took like a 1.5-mile detour. And so then we started pulling into this huge town. And I'm like, oh, it's pretty nice. New Mexico had another big town. Yeah, we drove into the backside of Albuquerque. We were 3 hours from where we were supposed to be. We beat Tony to the venue by 3 hours. It's like a wormhole in the middle of New Mexico because it was me driving. So anyway, guys, so I hope you had fun with that. Please donate. Live your best life with your dogs, with your family. I promise you won't regret it except for maybe losing a claw on the side of the road.
Spin.